So if you're born on November 2nd through November 11th, then this birthday reading is for you, with influences from the constellation of Lupus the Wolf and the sub-ruler Neptune, with keywords Revitalize, Grieving, and Absorption. Let's see what's in the tea leaves. Beautiful. As an added bonus for not getting to the second decante birthday reading sooner, we're actually doing the moon signs. The moon signs are actually for everyone, but we're concentrating our energy mostly on the second decante energies. So check them out. We just did a Taurus moon sign reading. All right. What's in door number 1? Finger. Warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. Finger. Warning you, giving us a heads up of a problem either now or in the near future. Well, the future doesn't even exist. With spirit, the future doesn't exist. But we're getting a heads up on something. All right, let's keep your life in balance. Keeping life in balance. That's an energy of Lupus the Wolf. The Lupus the Wolf is like a transition type of energy. And the sub-ruler is Neptune. And Neptune is the bridge between our subconscious and conscious. So Neptune is a bridge. Neptune is really dreamy like energy. Just look at the planet itself. It's really dreamy and watery. So Neptune, and that's what Lupus the Wolf is. It's really this is where the Scorps really begin to change and get ready for their first flight. Whereas in Serpens, it's a really challenging energy. After a tower moment, we get literally thrown into the maw of death, a spiritual death, into the belly of the scorpion, in the lair of the scorpion. And it's really challenging energy. And our lower senses, basically our lower senses are in control. Our basic instinct to survive is basically in control. So then, in Lupus the Wolf, and once we get our stuff together, get our shit together, in Serpens, we crawl out of the belly of the scorpion, and then we go into Lupus the Wolf, which is healing from that energy, which is trading in our lower energies for higher energies. Because if you notice, the centaur is like offering up the lupus, offering up the wolf on an altar. It's like for sacrifice. Not, I don't mean that in a literal sense. I mean that more as a symbolic sense. Meaning the centaur is offering up its lower energies for higher energies. It's trading its lower energies for higher energies. The lower energies are in control in the serpent's energy, but now we're in the lupus, the wolf. So we're trading our lower energies for our higher energies. So this is a really transition type of energy in this constellation. Sub-ruler, especially with the sub-ruler of Neptune. So it's like going from one world to the next. And that's what the Neptune is. It's going from one world to the next, because so it's going to bring us in some energies that could give us mixed feelings, like this type of energy, like giving us a heads up on a problem or something like that. Keep your life in balance. Okay. Here's a here in our treatment with the one-to-one correspondence between the tarot and the sky, or the tarot and the 36 decantes. In our treatment, the 5 of Cups comes in as the second decante of Scorpio. And the 5 of Cups is you can take a look at that energy. It's a challenging energy, but we're looking on the light side of this, okay? This is like a transition. And this actually it's like some beautiful symbolism on this card, and really shows what's going on with Lupus, because there's a bridge right there, and there's a house. So our lower energies, when we go into our basic instincts type of energies, we're energizing our root chakra. That's our basic survival type of energy that we have, that we energize in the energy of serpents. But in Lupus, we trade in that energy for a higher energy, which is the sacral chakra. That's the home of the self. And there's a home right there. And that's where we're going. That's where we're heading towards. We're getting out of this energy. We're breaking this dark cloak. We're breaking this. This is almost like a cement that's been painted black. And we're going to break this. We're going to break this apart. So here's the 3 cups. These 3 cups are like lessons learned. And these 2 cups are energies that could benefit us. So there's a bit of a challenge there. There's more cups spilt over than the ones that are upturned. So it's a bit of a challenge. So we need to transition from here into here. Part of that, and when we do, part of that, and when I was shuffling the tea leaf cards, occasionally a card pops out, and I've been looking at them. Well, when I shuffle the cards and cards pop out, I actually do look at them. But lately, I've been looking at the tea leaves, and this popped out. The wreath, sorrow over a loss. This is an energy like the 5 of Cups, sorrow over a loss. But here, we can change this energy of sorrow. The light side of sorrow is grieving. This is the time that we're leaving these old energies behind. This is a time we're getting ready for our first flight. So we're leaving our old self behind. This is where the scores really begin to change and transform in Lupus the Wolf and the second decante. So they're really, this is still a bit of a challenging energy, but there's things to look forward to. Part of leaving this sorrow, part of leaving this energy behind right here is that's kind of like a sorrow type of energy. But the light side of sorrow is grieving, where we can actually have a little ceremony, a grieving type of ceremony, where these could be lessons learned, but these also could be energies that we're leaving behind. This is like leaving our old self behind. And when we leave our old self behind, it's a loss. It is. It is a loss. But instead of having sorrow over it, we can grieve. Just grieve. Maybe have a little bit of a ceremony, have like a grieving type of ceremony, and grieve these energies, these old energies of our old self, of being left behind. So yeah, there is. So we can change this into not sorrow over a loss, grieving over a loss. That's how we can change this energy. That's how we can change from looking at these cups, moving towards that bridge, moving towards Neptune. We can acknowledge if you did have a real loss, then we're sorry about that. If you did have a loss, that's why we grieve, right? But there's also parts of ourselves that are left behind too. They're a loss, but we can grieve. We can change this sorrow into grieving. That's an energy of acknowledging. That's a spiritual way of acknowledging a loss, acknowledging that energy. But a light side to that is grieving, right? And then there's keep your life in balance. This energy right here. That's how we can keep our life in balance with this type of energy. With having a grieving type of ceremony is to keep our life in balance. All right. So that's a bit of it. That's an energy that we're moving towards. All right. We did a spread. It's almost like a bridge version of the Heart of the Moon spread. It's like a shape of a triangle. And actually, I don't even know what to call a spread, but as soon as we come up with a name, we'll put it into the section where we can make comments. All right, in the descriptive section, right? As soon as we get a name for the spread, we'll put it into the descriptive box. But we often, if we do a new spread that we haven't done before, we go through a practice run. I think there's something to say about not wasting any energy. Because often, when we go through a practice run of a new spread, the cards turn up that are really significant. And it happened again. It did happen again with doing the second decante of Scorpio. All right. So here's it's shaped like a triangle, okay? So here's here. Yeah, here. Okay. This one and this one. Right, yeah. So these three cards turned up, and they were really significant. And the tea leaves kind of confirmed the cards. So the ultimate goal, in Lupus the Wolf, the ultimate goal is to Get ready for your first flight. But there's a transition stage, right? So here's where we are, or here's where we are, or maybe you're at that bridge, or maybe you're right here in that house, in the sacral chakra, in the home of the self. This is where we're heading towards, right? Here's that river. Here's that bridge to cross, which is Neptune's type of energy. This is going into new territory, right there, into new territory, into the sacral chakra, the home of the self. When we get to there, we can get ready for our first flight. But that could take some healing. Now, if you're a Scorp, maybe you've already done this process already. Maybe you're in the third. Maybe you're flying already. Maybe you're the third decante of Scorpio already. Maybe you're still in the first decante. But if you're getting out, if you're climbing out of the belly of the scorpion, then you're in Lupus the Wolf. There's a bridge to cross, some things to get over. There's a bridge to cross, and going into the sacral chakra. And going into the sacral chakra, after that, it's preparing for our first flight. It's preparing for your first flight. Okay, that's the ultimate goal of Lupus the Wolf. All right. So this is like the bridge right here. This is going into new territory. This is like a bridge. Okay, these two energies represent the Two of Cups that are standing up. These are like benefits for you. And these three cups right here are lessons learned. You know, it's almost like past influences. The past doesn't exist, but these are the three cards. These are lessons learned already. Okay, so here it is. Here's one of the cards that turned up. All right, so the Three of Wands. That's a transition or beginner type of energy. Okay, that's been done. There's been Two of Hearts. There's been a relationship that's been formed. Okay? A partnership, some kind of partnership or some kind of union has been done. Three of Pentacles. This is like the Scorpions' teammate, Taurus, comes in for the Scorpions, landing a small gift for them. So here's a Scorpio type of energy. This could be Taurus type of energy right here. You got water and earth. Beautiful. You have your teammate coming in. So, and three is a really beautiful stage to start off from. This is energizing creative potential right here. Okay, so this is really promising. All these beginner type of energies have been done. Okay, this is the energy that's going to that could benefit the Scorpions. Okay, these represent the Two Cups that are upturned. This is Aquarius type of energy, the King of Spades, King of Air. That's fixed. This represents fixed energy. This is a really strong mind. Okay, this is a really strong mind right here, and jets are primed. This is a Two of Clubs, Two of Fire. Jets are primed. But But here, something comes up here. Here's a card right here. This could be considered to be like the second decante of Aquarius type of energy. This is the 5 of spades, 5 of air. Pisces Australis. Okay. Here's what I'm getting at. This the way the cards are is not a. It's like still getting ready for that first flight. This is what it is. And here's the energy of absorption that comes in for the Scorpions. Okay. Now the Scorpio Antares, the heart of the Scorpion, it's a split heart. Okay. Antares, it's anti-Mars. So, means it's the opposite of Mars, right? Anti-Mars, Antares. So it's a conflict. That heart of the Scorpion is going to cause a conflict with the ruler. One of the rulers of Scorpio is Mars, right? Mars is that forward type of spirit, whereas Antares is hesitation. It's split. It's split between should I stay or should I go? It's split between this or that. It's a this or that type of energy. That's Antares. That's the heart of the Scorpion. So that this or that energy is going to conflict with the forward spirit of Mars. But I don't want to talk about that right now. But here's the light side of Antares. There's a light side to that energy. It's duplication. If you look at the energetic histories of Scorpio, which is the Vandals, Egypt, Moses and Aaron, and the Zulus, and Germany. These are all the 5 energies that have energized Scorpio and Taurus. Okay? And if you look back on those energies, they've all absorbed these energies that helped them to uplift their societies. They absorbed them. Like the Hyksos comes into Egypt, and they bring in the chariot and the compound bow. But Egypt absorbs those 2 energies and uses those energies to uplift their society. That's what happened. That's what Heart of the Moon proposes. So the Scorpion absorbs these type of energies. The Scorps, all energies will be innovative in their own way. But the light side of Antares is absorption. It's going to be absorbing energy, okay, to use to uplift their society. So this is going into new territory. So my point is, this is Aquarius type of energy. This is not going on a first flight. This is kind of like stepping back, because we have the 3 of fire here and the 2 of clubs here. So it's like a step back. It's like this was like almost like a false start, and this is a step back, and absorbing something. So the scorpions, this is what the cards are telling me. The scorps are going to use this duplicating type of energy to absorb Aquarius type of energy. There's some kind of new intelligence of the mind, something of the mind that's Aquarius energy, the scorps are going to absorb. It's almost like, see, that's what spirit sometimes we get frustrated on the way spirit works, but spirit has the big picture. They have the big picture, so sometimes spirit pulls us back. It's almost like a divine detour, right? So spirit watches out for us, like parents watch out for us, right? Like sometimes, learning lessons from our parents can be really frustrating because it seems like our parents doesn't want us to do anything, but it's for our own good. That's why we learn. That's why our parents teach us these things, right? So this is almost like this finger is almost like that type of energy, giving us a heads up. Like pulling us back, warning us. Almost like a parent warning their children, right? So this is almost like the spiritual universe warning us. So there's a pullback right here from the 3 to the 2. And could involve, this is going into new territory. And this is maybe another extra step that the Scorps might have to go through to get to their first flight. It's to rebalance something. Rebalance their scales, right? Top up their scales. Maybe they have to absorb some more energy to top up, to even these scales up, right? Also, grieving helps as well. Grieving balances our life up because that's energy that needs to be released. All right, so there it is. Now, these 3 cards popped out. From the Kim Krans, okay? So this one, and this one, and this one. All right, these 3 cards came out. So Spirit, yeah, that's what the cards I'm getting. Spirit is pulling. Now there's a promotion for here. Now this is a king type of energy, but there's a promotion. That's a really big deal. You know, that's a court card, right? So that's a really big deal. So there's some kind of mastery in something. But this is also Aquarius type of energy. This is Aquarius type of energy. It's mastery, some kind of mastery over something. But there's probably one more lesson to be learned before we really get promoted to this card right here. See what I'm getting at? All right. So here's these 3 cards popped out. Now, Spirit picked these cards right here. Okay, the Hand of Fate picked these. When I was doing that practice run, the Hand of Fate picked these 5 cards. Spirit picked these cards. Okay, when I was going over the practice, okay? This is the mouse type of energy. And yeah, look at this mouse. This earth energy is grounding ourselves, right? I like this card. It's only a mouse card, but I really like it. Because this mouse doesn't know what's coming for it. This mouse is waiting on something. And look at that energy is going to hit that mouse. Like this tsunami of energy is going to hit that mouse. This is what I'm getting at right here, okay? And the next card came up was the octopus. That's water type of energy. So there's Taurus. Again, Taurus comes in for the Scorps to help ground the Scorpions, like this card right here. And then the octopus. This is like a scorpion. It's like the scorpion teamed up with Aquarius type of energy. We know that when we've studied octopuses, we know that they're very intelligent. Here's their brain. Here's their big mental activity. This is water type of energy, but this is like the scorpion and Aquarius energy teamed up right here. Yeah, again, and look, these 2 cards are almost like really the similar. Like this mouse is soaking up this energy, and same with the octopus. This octopus is obviously in the water and soaking up energy. So here's the cards are telling me that if this is going to resonate with somebody, like if this turned up as a personal reading, I would say that this individual is in this house right here, is in the sacral chakra, soaking up energy. Probably still needs to heal a little bit, do some grieving, but overall this person, this individual has crossed over this bridge, has taken off this dark cloak, exchanged it for a new one, crossed over that bridge, is in that house, soaking up energy, like with the mouse and octopus. Here's the next one. This is beautiful. The eagle. Okay? The eagle card shows up. Okay? Now, this is definitely Scorpio energy. The eagle. This is the ultimate goal right here. In Lupus the Wolf, the ultimate goal is to get ready for that first flight out of the nest. This is the ultimate goal in the third decante. This is the eagle. This is the scorpion transforming into the eagle right here. All right, but the cards, here's what the cards are telling me. But the eagle also stands for knowledge of the universe. So this, the way the cards are telling me that it's not time. It's almost time. It's getting ready for that first flight, but it's not quite yet. It's like soaking in information, absorbing information. That's the energy of Antares. That's the bright side of Antares, is duplicating or absorbing energy, absorbing information. This is In other words, absorbing these, this mouse and this octopus is sitting on top of this eagle right here. If the eagle symbolizes the knowledge of the universe, then the mouse and the octopus are soaking in this knowledge right here. Right here. This is the knowledge that's coming in for the Scorps, Aquarius type of energy. So if we lay this on top of here, this is a situation. They're in their house, finding these new feelings of happiness and joy and love. They're in this new territory, but they need to absorb some more stuff. All right. Okay. Beautiful. All right, now this card we haven't picked yet, so we're going to ask Spirit help for this one, and this is an overall message. Okay. The lower world comes up. Okay. It is the lower world. Okay. Beautiful. The lower world comes up. Okay. Now, we're actually leaving this lower world. This is like the lair of the scorpion, the belly of the scorpion is here. And the lower world also symbolizes our subconscious. Okay. But this card kind of confirms the reading that this is still, Spirit is coming in with this message as this reading is still in a transition type of process, type of stage. It's like right here. If you look at that card, we've come out. The Scorps have come out of this lower world, have come out of the belly of the scorpion, and they're right here. It's like this is the root chakra, what I was talking about, our really lower energies in serpents. Now this is the sacral chakra right here. This is an upgrade. This energy right here is an upgrade from here. This is what I'm getting at. This is where, according to this reading, this is where we're at right here. In this energy right here. We're getting ready for that first flight. All right. See what this has to say about that card. Now the book sometimes gives us some insight, a reminder. But usually, when this card comes up, I take it into the context of what I just said. The essence. The lower world holds the hidden treasures of humanity. It is a place of rich and fruitful darkness where we can find the disowned parts of ourselves and the abandoned aspects of our psyches. The lower world is the place of our ancestors where we discovered the gifts and lessons from the past. It is the realm of the collective unconscious. Here, we can meet our demons and transform them into pure energy, our source of personal power. Yeah. It's the realm of the collective unconscious, meaning the subconscious. Some people call the subconscious the unconscious, or some call the unconscious the subconscious. All right, basically the same thing. Yeah, and that's the energy that's the energy of Lupus the Wolf, and that's what the cards have said. It's a transition. Here we can meet our demons and transform them into pure energy, our source of personal power. Beautiful, and it's something like acknowledging these losses, right? We can change this sorrow into a brighter energy, into grieving. We can acknowledge this. We can acknowledge this energy and turn it bright. We can transform it with this grieving type of energy. Beautiful. And that's what we're doing. We're transforming these lessons, going from here into here. All right. It's time to unearth your hidden treasures. Do not make yourself small in order for others to like or accept you. Bring out the gems and precious stones that you have kept inside your heart, hidden even from yourself. It's time to honor your past and recast your life as a heroic quest. Honor our past. Well, we're actually walking away from our past. But if there's a bright side to the past, it's a reminder. Our past could be like a reflection of energies that we need to leave behind. That's what our past, that's the bright side of the past, is a list of energies that we leave behind. We acknowledge and then we just leave behind. That's almost like in that grieving stage. As you journey into the lower world, you'll be offered all the gifts of your ancestors, their struggles, the way they hurt, the way they lived, and the way they died will become blessings. All right. Now this reading is already. I'm getting this reading is the Scorps going into the low world. Scorps that's in the first decante of their season. The serpents, that's going into here. The second decante is right here. So, like I said, the book can be helpful and sometimes not with our current discussion. If we were in the first decante, going into the lower world, then that the book would apply. Here it is. It's getting ready for your first flight. And this energy, the subconscious, the lower world that's the symbolism of our subconscious. This energy right here, this Aquarius type of energy is really coming from our subconscious. Okay? That's the energy that could bubble up to the surface. But we have to be patient. We have to sit there and wait. Part of sitting is meditating. Here where we're sitting and soaking in information. Soaking in information from the outside and from the inside. From inside ourselves. All right. Well, this has been the second decante birthday reading for Scorpio. If you were born on November 2nd through November 11th, then this birthday reading is for you, with influences from Lupus the Wolf, the sub-ruler Neptune. Key words: revitalize. Revitalize. Grieving. Grieving. And absorbing. Beautiful. You're getting ready for your first flight. Thanks, Spirit. Take care.